Today we are going to safety check semi-automatic and a revolver. They're both done a little bit different, and actually they're within the revolver category. There are multiple kinds of revolvers. So I'm going to give you a good demonstration on both types of revolvers as far as doing the safety checks are concerned. So let's get started with your semi-automatic. This is a Smith & Wesson 40, and this is our magazine release button. And this under here is our magazine. So whenever I'm going to do a safety check, first of all, all three of the NRA safety rules are in play. So keeping your gun pointed in the safe direction. If you're on the range, you want to keep it centered on bullseye. If you're out at home, make sure it's pointed at a wall that's made of concrete. So anyway, I'm keeping my gun in the safe direction. My finger's off the trigger. The next thing I'm going to do is I can change my grip a little bit and come around the gun and get my thumb to this button here. And then underneath here, I'm going to place my left hand. So that way when I press this button and the magazine releases, it'll fall into my hand, or if I have to help it a little bit, I can kind of shimmy it out. So once my magazine releases out, I'm going to go in and I'm going to lock the slide back. So to rack a slide, or lock the slide back, I'm going to come across the top of the gun, push forward. And if you notice, the ammo, the round that was in the chamber just came out. But what I'm going to do now is do a visual inspection. I'm going to look, I'm going to peer down in here, make sure that the magazine's out, and then I'm going to doubly make sure that there's nothing in the chamber. And that's vitally important with a semi-automatic, because if you've got, just because the magazine is out doesn't mean it's not unloaded. So you always need to make sure that the one in the chamber is clear. Some people say, use your finger for a secondary resource, but if you do that, I will caution you, I have pinched my finger before. So some slides don't lock back, right? So if it doesn't lock back, it makes it a little difficult. So that's how you safety check a semi-automatic. Now I'm going to safety check a revolver. And this is a Ruger 22 LR. With this revolver, I'm gonna pull this rod out here, and this whole cylinder is gonna pop out. So I'm gonna take my finger and push it through, again keeping in the safe direction. Now sometimes some revolvers, this will release the rounds if you push it in. This one doesn't. This is an older style one. So with this one, I can just take the ejection rod and manually push them out. But again, other ones you might be able to just push it. It really depends on your make and model. Then I'm going to visually inspect, make sure that the cylinder is completely empty. And this one is a little bit easier to safety check. All right. So I'll put that back. And for my second kind of revolver, this one's a little different. This one, the cylinder does not come out. So I'm gonna hold it like this with my hand on the thing, on the frame in the barrel, pointing in a safe direction. There's a little flap here, so I'm going to undo this flap, and you can see that I have a dummy round in here. So I'm just going to pop that out. And now what I'm going to do is count. I know that this firearm holds 6 rounds, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to make sure that all these are empty. So that's how you safety check a semi-automatic and the two types of revolvers.